everyone. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath, and my name's Kenan, his son and the producer of the show. Thank you all for tuning in, and happy Thanksgiving Eve. We're nearly there. It's feasting time of year. I hope you all enjoy the times. So tonight, for anyone who might be out there joining us for the very first time, be sure to say something so I know you're here, first off. And for anyone who might be joining us for the very first time, just know that readings are always free. The first one's always free. And going forward after that, it's $10 per reading, or you can pay $100 and cover the entire month, which saves a bit of money there. So tonight's title, Baby Bear, speaks a little bit to the Goldilocks story, which, if you remember, the baby bear had the just right bed that wasn't too hard or soft. So I feel like in life, it's important to really choose carefully with where we place our attention and how we place our attention there, because that determines our reality. So, not too much for me to say tonight, but I know Christopher's got some excellent things to share with you. So thanks again for tuning in. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and here's Christopher.
Oh my gosh. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I will shut my phone off right now. I apologize. And I wanted to thank you all. I hope you're with loved ones or you reach out to loved ones. And so this is the incense tonight, is one of my last pieces of Rinpoche incense from Bhutan. And this is to open the heart. This is to really love yourself. The more you love yourself, the more you're able to love people around you. You don't necessarily have to love their belief systems. You don't have to love their behaviors, but you can love who they actually are. As Kenan always says, can you see somebody as a 4-year-old child? And that really does help. So I bless you with this incense. I bless you with the happiest and greatest Thanksgiving ever. Because the group card tonight is really right in line with Thanksgiving. It fell out of the deck, just like when I pull your card. I shuffle through the deck. Your highest priority card falls out. This is the higher heart activation. In this life, we do experience joy, but there's a lot of sometimes fear, intrepidation, separation, heartache that can occur in a lifetime. And so it's natural. We want to shield our heart from these fears, and so we put up the barriers. We want to shield our heart from this hurt. And so we can put up these barriers, and this is where Baby Bear comes in. So Goldilocks, she tried out Papa Bear's bed. It was way too hard. Then she tried out Mama Bear's bed. It was way too soft. And Baby Bear's was just right. So we can begin to think that all the beds in the world are like Papa Bear's. That life is hard. We should be hard. And then the other extreme is there's beds that are really too soft. And we can become too vulnerable. This is the blessing to you for your heart to be just right. For that heart to open up and expand and really feel. To be appropriately vulnerable. Not too harsh, not too soft, but just right. And to realize that love isn't something you have to work for. Love isn't something you have to search for. Love isn't something that you have to go on dating apps for. Okay? Love is your divine inheritance. It's not an internal I'm sorry, it's not an external experience, but it's a natural state of being. And so, may you be just right. And this card is about dropping your shields. And the more you drop, the more love is revealed. Great blessings to you. Okay, who's first?
Great, you got Marilyn first.
Hey, Marilyn. Happy Thanksgiving. I treasure every one of you. Every one of you is so incredibly gifted in your own way. So, Marilyn, I don't know if you've ever thought about taking surfing lessons, but this is getting back up on the wave. A surfer gets back up on the wave, right? They fall or they miss a wave, they just paddle out and do it again. And this is, and letting go of all of the times that you may feel like you missed the wave or you wiped out. This is standing on the ocean and watching the tide ebb away. You don't stand on the ocean, Marilyn, and go, oh my God, where's the ocean going? Oh my God, it's never coming back. No. You know that the tide flows. It's definitely going to come back. And so that's what this life is. It's an ebb and flow. Wait for it, Marilyn. Wait for it. You know, about 5 hours south here of Phoenix is Mexico. Well, it's actually closer than that, but there's a place called Rocky Point. And I think it's the second or third longest tide in the world. It goes out, I think, 1 or 2 miles. And so when the tide is out, and it's a very shallow area of the ocean, so you can walk out for a long, long way. I know Diane's been there. Maybe a few of you have been there. But you're able to, while the tide is out, the whole beach are tiny, tiny shells. And so the water is extremely clear. There's no sand, there's no mud. And the water is very clear when it does come in. But when it goes out, you have thousands upon thousands and thousands of these tide pools and rock formations with octopus and eels and all kinds of amazing anemones, all kinds of creatures in the ocean. So, Marilyn, this is for you. What is it that you would really, really want? Would having a cabin by the ocean or a place by the ocean, how would that feel to you? And the universe is unlimited. This is where you wait for those waves, know that the wave's coming, and a way for you to have a place by the ocean. And this goes for any one of you. You may not want a place by the ocean, but you may want a cabin in the woods. You may want a new vehicle. But this is surfing those energies and waiting for it and waiting for it. And they come from the unlikeliest sources. So be open. Okay, my dear? All right.
You can do Melinda next.
Mindy?
Yeah, Mindy.
Okay. Okay, my dear Mindy, here we go. Melinda's in Idaho. Marilyn is in Carolina, back east. So, Melinda, look into designing, or there's something with dolls. There's something with dolls, and I don't know if this is designing dolls or making like dresses for them or outfits for them for your grandkids. I'll tell you why, because any pieces of art creation, like Lindsay, you're an artist, whatever type of work that you do, like I bless the cards, I bless the stones, I bless the table, Ken and I bless the show. It's the energy behind it, right? So no matter what it is that you're doing, even if it's cleaning your house, this is blessing your creation, blessing what it is that you're doing while you're doing it. But there's something with blessing these toys with your energy, and it's like putting like a special dress or artwork, or even drawing dolls. There's something with like artwork with dolls, and I don't know what it is. You know what this is, or it's coming to you around dolls. Okay. All right. Who's next?
Excellent. It's Lindsay.
Okay, my dear Lindsay. Things are just getting better and better and better for you. I'm so proud of you. But you know what? During this Thanksgiving time, do a little hermiting. Just kind of withdrawing. You can choose to be around the people. You don't have to, when people invite you to something, you don't have to go if you don't or can't or feel off about it. Well, you know, they're family. You know, we should go. No, you don't have to. You really don't have to. This is a time for introspection for you and just resting. Like just resting. Also, there's a Kuan Yin statue or a Buddha statue that you'll be called to, or that will be given to you, that has some really, really good energy. So what I do, we have several Buddhas and we have several statues, and every once in a while I'll go around and I'll just put a drop of oil and I'll bless them. And what that signifies to me is what they represent. That I'm blessing what they represent. And it reminds me to bring more of that into what they represent into my home. So it could be a picture of Christ. It could be a cross. It could be anything that represents greater, larger, bigger, and you're blessing that, but you're also in a way blessing what represents in that object or that statue. You're also blessing what it represents in you, and you're strengthening that. So I just want to give you huge kudos for how far you've come, how well you're doing, and that will help. You can get essential oils, any kind of oil. Okay? All right. Who's next?
Awesome.
Okay, my Sir Austin, happy Thanksgiving to you. So Austin, remember you don't have the power to disappoint anyone. Only people have the power to disappoint themselves. So for instance, if you're choosing not to spend Thanksgiving with your family, or if you are and there's disappointment around them, around their stories that they get hooked into, where it's what we talked about with this heart activation card. There's fear, separation, heartache in a lifetime, and then people keep bringing those stories up, maybe even trying to outdo one another about how disappointing life can be. This is important to clear away any and all of that energy, and not needing to be around those type of people. Just because, if you've ever gone through a forest fire up here in northern Arizona, and I know in Utah and Idaho too, they have controlled burns. If you ever drive through one of those, your car can smell like smoke for days. So when you're around people that are disappointed either with you or with life or with someone else, you can get some of that smoke on you. And so this is about keeping your energy field clear. Okay, especially around the holidays, be with who you want to be and who strengthens you, because likelihood is you're strengthening them as well. Okay.
Lindsay says she's been blessing her laundry with Palo Santo.
Oh my God, you've been blessing all your laundry with Palo Santo oil and your dryer balls. Does that count? Of course it counts, right? I'm all about being a hermit, committed to 2, maybe 3 Thanksgiving visits, but I might make them all brief. Perfect, Linz. Trust your gut. Trust when you're feeling overmaxed or maxed. That's perfect, and that's great advice, everyone, for everybody. Palo Santo is like my favorite. So, you know what? Even bless your art objects. The art that you've done, do it with Palo Santo. Okay. Abby and Marilyn. Okay, my dear Abby and Marilyn. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Oh. Okay, so 2 cards fell out. So when that happens, this applies to both of you. So this is the Star card. So there's a chakra above the head, about 6 to 12 inches. We've talked about it on the show before. That is the precursor to the crown chakra. So this is it's always been activated, but it's jumping from a 110 to a 220 voltage. So that you can feel a little dizzy, a little out of it, a little tired, or it depends on the person. You could be really energized by it, but it's happening with both of you. And do a little research on Kuan Yin and what she represents, because it came up with Lindsay, and it's coming up with this one too. This is some special knowledge or insight that's being downloaded to you right now. So here's the deal. It's like the universe is Amazon. And if you need a book and you want to learn something or study something, you order it on Amazon. Well, the universe is free. And it's free knowledge. And so this is emphasizing that, like with me, I can't prepare for the readings. I don't know what's going to come up because it's in the moment. It's now, now, now. This is trusting now, 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 that information will be downloaded to you when you need it. You will say the right thing to the right person. You will say, you'll forget what you're about to say to somebody. What was I going to say? Leave it. Because there's a reason. All right? There's a reason for it. There's a trip to Florida, or there's something happening in Florida. I don't know if it's a trip to Florida or someone that you know that lives in Florida needs a phone call. And you know what? Just send them really good energy. I don't know who you know in Florida, but there's someone you can actually just close your eyes and send them love, send them blessings, and it will change them. And you can do it together. It'll be even more powerful. Because I get it, it's somebody more that you know, Abby, or it could be a relative, but there's somebody in Florida that needs this kind of like energy, like the surfer card that was earlier with Marilyn Pitts. These waves, sending these waves of love and peace to this individual or people. Okay? Good. Who's next?
Yeah, Marilyn and Abby both, and it's Kat and Jared.
Kat and Jared. Oh my gosh. So you guys, I have to show you all this picture that Jared just sent me tonight. So you remember on the show a couple weeks ago, I didn't really kind of remember this, but Jared called me, I think, on Saturday. I already talked about this on Monday. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, Jared's a doctor, he's a dentist. He, and I didn't understand. Sometimes in these readings, I will say, I'll do a precursor. Sometimes they absolutely make no sense to me. And sometimes at the time, they may not make any sense to you. But anyway, so a couple of weeks ago, I told Jared that there's a yellow liquid coming into his life that will change his life. And so he sent me this, and this weekend he went to Florida, I think it was. Anyway, he went somewhere where he actually went to study this new discovery, or what it can do. It's called PRF BioGraft for treatment of wounds and diabetic wounds. But anyway, I wanted to show this to you. Anyway, the fluid is yellow. And so he's going to be incorporating that into his practice and into his spa, and it's an amazing discovery. So thank you, Jared, for sharing that with me. But it's things like that, when you have these synchronicities in your life, you absolutely know you are being guided. You know. Please trust that. Yeah. So, Jared, so trust the timing of the universe. You know, I wrote my book 12 years ago. Yeah, 12 years ago. And then I wrote my script. And then I rewrote my script. And then Scott Ambrosi helped me rewrite the script. And we're going to probably rewrite it again. But if I had, and the first guy, one of my clients, that's a Hollywood producer, he's like, I love the book. This is a terrible script. If I'd been, I was like, I would have given up, right? But I went, well, wait a minute. Maybe this door is locked, even though I was really expecting it to work out that way through that person. And then it seemed like another door closed or another door closed, and you go, and we go back to Marilyn Pitts. Wait for it. Wait for it. This is the fool child. This is starting something new. But each step you take a minute to look around and see how it feels, and be free of being invested, of it having to be a certain way with this new way of doing things. Because you're going to meet the right people at the right time. You're going to be able to help them. And it may not, you know, they say we meet people for sometimes a reason and sometimes for a season. And so sometimes it's just for a reason, but then it could be for a season. It could be months, it could be years, but we never know. But this is a new beginning for you. So be free, or stay, are you willing to stay open to how it's going to work out? And say to the universe, hey, universe, this or something better. This or something better. That's your motto. Universe, this or something better. And you can have a plan. I'm not saying not to have a plan. Have a plan, but go, okay, universe, this or something better. Right? It's like saying to the universe, okay, universe, I want a hamburger or something better. And then a T-bone steak comes along. Right? That's what this is like. All right, my dear cat. Cat, would you look up and usually when I give a private reading, I look this up for you, or I go into it a little bit more in depth, but look up the spiritual meaning of tulips. Can you look that up, Kenan, real quick? Sure. Spiritual meaning of tulips. So, during your private reading, we talked about Greece, the country of Greece. Not what you fried chicken in. We were talking about but there's also something with Holland or the Netherlands coming through for you here. So if you're planning a trip to Greece, go to the Netherlands too. I don't know why. I don't know if there's your ancestries there. It's definitely not taking clogging lessons. You don't need to take clogging lessons. But there's something coming up with that. Okay, tulips are believed to symbolize love, purity, innocence, forgiveness, and trust. Religious and spiritual ceremonies. Enlightenment, spiritual awakening. Here we go, Kat. Here we go. So thank you for pulling this card. because this is what's happening with all of us here. According to some scholars, the tulip can be understood as a symbol of divine love, which was the theme for the show tonight. So you're right in tune, Kat. And they're a token of love, luck, faith, and innocence in many different countries, and bring comfort, joy, and hope. They're a symbol of eternity, representing God's power over all things. Oh my God, Kat. Thank you for sharing that with us. So, I bless you with my tulips. That is a great blessing for all of us. Thank you so much. All right, who's next?
Great. It's Diane.
Okay, Diney. Here we go. All right, it's the Tower card. So when the Tower card comes up, people go, oh my God, my life is going to fall apart. No. In this case, Diane, this is stuff falling apart that were constructs that served you at one time, don't serve you anymore. Absolutely don't serve you. Your view of family, your view of God, your view of politics, religion, judgments, all of that falling away, letting go, because this is a precursor to building something completely new, a brand new outlook, and letting go. Absolutely letting go. And it was your birthday yesterday, so this is your power time. So use this power to let go, let go, let go. You know, these constructs or belief systems. The world is not what you think it is. The world is far beyond what you can think. Because it's stranger. The universe is stranger than we can think, right? That was one of the sayings by Werner Heisenberg, the founder of quantum physics. The world, the earth, the universe is stranger than we can think. Get ready for the strange. Even stranger. All right, who's next?
Great. It's this new person, Bluebirds Flying.
Bluebirds Flying.
Yeah.
What a great name. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody welcome Bluebirds Flying. Great message, Bluebird. Stop praying for strength. When you pray for strength, the universe will keep giving you situations and circumstances to make you stronger. No. No. This is letting go. This is letting go of the ruins, or anywhere in your life where you've considered things not working out, marriages, relationships, people of the past. This is coming to the present, letting go of the past. And that energies through this reading will be helping you clear that. Any nostalgia. This is strength of spirit. Like you already have it. You don't need to keep praying for it. You have it. Universe, give me understanding. Universe, give me wisdom around this. Universe, take away what no longer serves me to my best and highest. And this is like a transition period. It's like letting go of those that have passed or that are no longer here, or that may be suffering with some illness or sickness. You simply bless them with love Be free of blessing them with, or be free of sending them, be free of worrying about someone. Change the worry into a blessing. Okay.
Chris Borges is on the show. I think.
Chris Borges.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for being here, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving. Chris and I used to work together many, many years ago. All right, Chris. All right, they're showing me Dorothy in the wizard's chamber with the lion and Toto. And the smallest of things, Toto, pulls the curtain back, and they're in front of this terrifying image of the wizard. And then Toto pulls the curtain back, and there's this little old man who's in a speaker, and he's pretending to be the wizard, which he is. But they began to see him, they saw him for who he really was. So trust your insight, Chris. What you're seeing is you're seeing. Trust your gut, okay? You can't always trust your eyes, especially when you're looking at this huge, scary image on fire that's in front of you. Look for the child, look for the innocent one, and trust that the universe, Toto, will reveal to you what it is that you need to actually see. Universe, show me now what I need to see. And this is the seer card. This is trusting your insight. This is trusting your gut. And this thank you for being on the show, because this is a gift that is not only growing with you, but it's growing for everyone on the show. Even though they were expecting to see this horrific wizard or a scary wizard, they saw something else, because they didn't, when the wizard says, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, they didn't listen to that, right? They were given the guidance to trust their gut, and that's what's being given to you. Okay.
John Gladlinger.
Hey, John. So, the rule is, at least according to the dog whisperer, is you don't bend down and reach out to pet a dog, because you don't know what kind. It's Clouseau going, does your dog bite? And Clouseau bends down to beat, and the guy says, no, my dog does not bite. And Clouseau bends down to pet the dog, and the dog bites him, right? And Clouseau says, but I thought you said your dog does not bite. And he goes, that's not my dog. Anyway, be free of trying to make it better for someone. The best you can do is, when they're angry, you can remove the furniture and just let them thrash. And you don't have to listen to someone's anger or someone's sob story or sad story. Homie don't have time for that. Johnny don't have time for that no more, right? And they're wanting to commiserate. They're wanting to, I'll tell you my story, and then they try to one up one another. And that's a lot of what sometimes families do when they get together, is they commiserate all the horrible things that happened over the past year, and just this anger. So be free of being around anger, or anywhere where situations in life I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist, but when you lose somebody, you go through those steps of anger, grief, denial. And this is sending you lots of energy to let go of any anger, or any anger toward yourself, or any anger toward anyone else, or even being around any anger. Like, this is not the time of year. Well, there's no time of year to be around it. So, and it's not your anger. That's the other thing to remember. Or they're not angry at you. Remember that. They're angry at themselves. Okay.
Great. So next you have Grant Walker.
Grant Walker. Hey, Grant. Happy Thanksgiving, buddy. All right. A great thing for you, Grant. This is okay, so there's a few things coming here through Grant. Your guides are talking about a synthesizer. Now, I'm not a sound technician. I'm not really into music a lot. But this is where it's important for you to be around more music. I don't know whether you're thinking about doing guitar lessons or picking up the guitar or being around a piano. There's something with this music that will actually help your brain and help where you're at, and it will help you synthesize. Grant, you've always operated on a different level, okay? It's like if you go to another country and people are mad that they don't speak English. You've always operated on this other level, on this much higher level. And this is you getting back to that higher level, and music will help you do that. There's a frequency around music. You can start listening to the solfeggio. Could you type that in the chat? Solfeggio frequencies that will help you get back into tune, because you've been around a couple of people that are just chaotic. They're just way too what's the word? They're way too off kilter. Like, they're out of sync. They're completely out of resonance with who they are. And that would rattle anybody, Grant. This is you getting back into who you are. Music will help. And things are going to synthesize for you. Business, relationships. But doggone it, man. Know what a great guy you are. Like, what you have to offer. And just this amazing person that you are. So great blessings to you. Greatest Thanksgiving. Call me.
Christine Luckett is last.
Christine Luckett. Thank you,
She's
Chris.
in South Carolina, but we'll be in the Congo this weekend. And yeah.
You're doing a Congo line, Christina? What did you say,
So
Kenan?
she will be in Congo this weekend and need all the string.
You'll be in the Congo? Does that mean like
Going to like
Africa?
I don't know.
Or Congo dancing's fun. But anyway, Christine, thanks for being here. All right. Great Thanksgiving. All right. So,
In the country Congo, right?
okay. So call in your guide, call in your angels, call in your guides. For This is the narrowness card. And in this case, it is this is like narrow. So I'm working on how to express this. So when this card usually comes up, let me explain it this way. When this card usually comes up, it's about how important it is to expand your awareness. In this case, it's expanding your awareness, but then matching the be free of allowing outward frequencies. So this is kind of tying in with Grant's card. Be free of allowing outward frequencies or consciousness, certain levels of consciousness into your field. Christine, okay. This is like anywhere where people are wanting from you. That's a way to invade your field. Or expecting from you, or demanding of you, or making you wrong, or any of these behaviors are trying to get into your field. This is where you want to narrow, keep your awareness, but narrow the energy field. It's like putting up, it's like shields up, you know, on Star Trek where they go shields up, but keeping an open heart, but energetically being aware, and then calling in your troops, calling in your angels, calling in your heavenly tribe to go, okay, watch over me here. Okay? All right. Do we have everybody?
I believe so.
Do we have everybody? If you are just joining the show, be sure to say hello, say hi in the chat so we know that you're here. Otherwise, we can't see that you're here. But if you'd like me to do a reading for you, I'd love to be able to do it. And if we missed you, please say something now. But we'll do this again Sunday night. We do it Sunday, Monday, and Wednesdays. Great, great blessings to you all. Happiest of all, and the bestest Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. Love you all very, very much. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night and a great Thanksgiving.